Hi everyone. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Welcome everybody. So, welcome to all of you to the Day of the Heart in the week of the mind in the month of Aries. So, let's go to the topic for today, which is the question which. So, which is the question? The question is which. So, as you see, I'm here in another place because there's a wedding again. So we keep uniting. We are all one. I was thinking, just talking about this Easter and Easter, and here in the Arabic, the Muslim countries, we have the Ramadan in this month, in a few days. So I've been thinking that maybe we have to begin with the Quaresma, which is starvation. Starvation is not, it's fasting for 40 days, which means that you cannot eat during the day. You can eat after 6, before 4 a.m. and after 6 p.m. So it's a good way to make fasting, and this is an ancient tradition for all the Semitic people for this month. So people doesn't eat to give the food also to the poor people, and to remember the hunger of the ones that led the freedom of their cultures. So maybe, I don't know, I've been thinking of that. So all this thing of Easter, of the Quaresma, is something that comes from the quarantine. So 40 days of fasting. So for those who feel it, who resound with this, I invite you for this month to do it. So one of the traditions of why this how do you say, this fasting in the Semitic traditions was because they were honoring the people that took a long path to reach the Holy Land, and to that they were starving and thirsty, and so somehow they honor those people that suffered that, and of course helping the ones that have less. So that's it. O sea que just for you to know that these quarantines are used to do in the month of Aries, because is the time for the beginning. So it's like a celebration for the beginning of a new year. So it's like honoring all the ones that left. So that would be, of course, that taking this idea of this month is the beginning of the year. That's why it's this days is called the resurrection. Is the resurrection because it's the beginning of a new time, of a new cycle. So it's not related to Jesus. Again, Jesus Christ, the idea of Jesus Christ took the concept of the resurrection in the month of Aries to show this celebration of the new year. Um, so um, so it's not about Christian, it's about an old tradition of resurrection, of a new time, of a new cycle. So I'm explaining this for those who are not Christians or doesn't believe in the things, so you can know that this is not because of a religion tradition, it's because something natural of the cultures and the stars. So and remember that the reason why we eat rabbits that we eat chocolate chocolate eggs is basically because of the hunger in Europe many years ago, that all the things that they had to eat was chicken, eggs, and rabbits that were all around in Europe. So so that's why they were doing fasting, and they were eating only that because of the protein. So that's the only thing they had. So the tradition of eating eggs and rabbits came in Europe for that. And then, of course, the Crown of Spain took Belgium during the colonizations, and they brought all the cacao from the Americas to Brooks, to Brujas, Bruges, and that's why they started to do the chocolate, eggs, and so on. So that's killing the magic. Sorry. So for those who want to do this fasting this month, I recommend it to start it. I will start this week to share the food with others and to start the fasting. So I won't say never how to do a fasting, because you have to do it according to your own body. So I would recommend for you that if you want to do this, you have to follow your own body, to see what can you do, and also to speak with some nutritionist or some doctor to tell you what is your best way of doing it. Okay, so it's not good to do something that others do because maybe it's not the good way for you to do it. Just for you to know, these kind of traditions are not really from the religious point of view. Actually, it was from the cultural wisdom, the people's wisdom. So it was something natural that people used to do as a tradition for the population, and then was taken as how to say, as a religious tradition. So just for us to know that when we are doing these kind of things, it's not because of a religion or cultural belief. No, it's just for the body, is to heal the body, is a good practice to release the toxins and all these kind of things. Okay, so it's much more for health, to help the synapses, the connection of every cell in the body, than for spirituality. Okay, of course that when you do this, you have better connection with yourself within and outside. So of course that helps in the spirituality. but mainly is to be fully present here and now. So let's go to the topic for today, which is related to the heart chakra. And the question is which? So, of course, that we are also learning about English and Spanish here, mainly about questions, and also in the European language, which we are not going to use much, but it's been really helpful. So, the question which? The question which comes exactly from the same origin as Spanish, that is cualican. Cualican. Quo meaning object, and lican meaning form, the shape of something. So the question cualican means what is the shape of this object? What is this object alike? Okay, so the question was asking about the shape of things, if they are equal. Equal is the origin of this, of qual, qualican. Qualican is the origin of equal. Okay, the word equal. So this means that what qualican is describing is the things that are similar to each other, that are equal to each other. And by the evolution of the word, we started to use which as the election, the choice in between two things that are similar. So the question evolved into choose between two things that are similar to each other. Likan is the origin of the word like. When you compare things like this, like that, is that origin, is the shape of something. So now, another thing. The word qualican is the question of what is the shape of an object, but the answer, the shape of an object is this or that, describes the quality of something, and that's quality. I don't remember how you spell quality in English. I don't know if I did it right or I did it wrong. Sorry. Quality is with Q. Yes. Sorry. Okay. So thank you. So as you see, quality and cualidad both has the same origin, cual, which is qualican. So when you take can, you put tat, which is the ability of something. Qualitat is quality, cualidad. Okay. So which gives us also the quality of things. When we ask about something, about how is something, the answer will describe the quality of things. So the question which related to the heart is when we are asking about the qualities of something. Just a moment. So now the question which is something that in our culture we relate to try to decide in between two things that are similar. So we have two different things that are related, that are kind of similar, equal to each other, and we kind of try to, from the ego, decide which one of them are better for us. That's the point of view that we have of choice when we ask ourselves which one. But from the point of view of the inner side, which is the attribute of the self, the question which is not speaking about which one I have to choose, is speaking about which one has the quality that I need. So I repeat, when we ask from the ego, saying which can I choose, from the inside, I will be asking which one has the quality that I need. Which is the question from the heart, because from the heart we have 2 arms, 2 hands. One of them, the left hand, is the receiving, and the right hand is giving. It doesn't matter if you are left-handed or right-handed, doesn't matter. It's the same, because this one is closest to the heart. So we receive information from here. So I receive here and I give from here, from the right hand. So so when I ask which should I choose, it's exactly related to the amount of vibration that I have within me, which means that if I'm willing to receive a pen, I have to resound and give a pen in order to receive this one. So I have to give the same amount of energy that I receive in order to be able to be in the same quality. To understand the quality of things, we have to remember how the law of attraction works. The law of attraction is not that you wish to have something and you put all your energy into receiving that something. The law of attraction works much more like a radio station. So in order for you to receive something that is in a wave, in a wave of frequency, like a program of the radio, it's specific hertz. In order to receive that information, you need to tune yourself to that level. Okay, so it's not that you just wish for it and you have it. That's not law of attraction. The law of attraction is you tuning yourself to be in the same quality of the vibration, that you are willing to receive. So you have to give kind of the same energy in order to receive the energy that you are willing to receive. So this means that in order to activate the quality, you have to act according to that quality. Okay. So this is why when we ask ourselves which, from the ego, which one should I choose? From the ego, you pick one of them, but from the inside, your inner self is picking the things according to your quality of vibration. So it doesn't matter which one you choose from your mind and through your ego. The things that you are gonna have in your life are according to the quality of your vibration. So this is why we have to know how to question which, because it's not about which one should I choose from the ego, willing to have one of them, but which one has the quality that I need for myself. So now let's think about the heart like a magnet. The heart is like this magnet that is looking for the energy that we don't have. For example, imagine that your heart is in negative, so it needs a quality that you don't have, and you are looking for that quality. So the magnet the negative, will start to expand, to look outside into the positive in order to match that quality and achieve that energy that you don't have, to have the experience of that quality that you are not achieving. Okay, so your heart starts to go out and look for that information, and that's what we call falling in love. Falling in love of the qualities that you are looking for. We usually fall in love of the people that have something that we don't have, that we admire from the other person, that we love that the other person has. And we would love to experience that. We fall in love, or we love the people that usually gives us experiences and things that by ourselves alone we couldn't never experience or feel or do. And this is a good attribute of nature, because by connecting myself with someone that has something that I don't have, that's what we call evolution. So as you see, the reason why we exist, why trees exist, why animals exist, is because everyone in nature are looking for someone that is original, different, that have something that can give us something transcendental, something new. And that's why we evolve, that's why we exist, because of this exchange. For example, when we try to keep the same things, not looking for something different, what we start to do is to reproduce in between the same group of families, or to keep the blood, the blue line, and so these things. So they start to have diseases in the blood, in the genetics, and people start to be unable to reproduce. So the same nature is trying to kill them. So this means that nature is pushing us to fall in love with those people and beings that have things that we don't have, that are different from us, that has something different to give in order to transform and to evolve. This explains the importance of diversity. So from this point of view, giving and receiving are the ones that activate the quality of a being. So now the way in which the people can download this information, this attribute from the other, is by doing the same as the other. When you fall in love with others, when you love others, for sure, naturally, you will see that you start to imitate the other's behavior. You start to be like others. You start to imitate the attitudes of the others, depending on which people you are with in that moment. So this is not something from the human point of view. This is something that plants, animals, and humans does. We do that by nature. It's not something cultural. It's nature does this. Why? Because by acting like the other, we are downloading the attributes of the others in ourselves. That's why we start to live like the others. We start to do the same things like the other, to listen to the same music like the others, imitate the other. We start to understand how to download information. Ser el otro. So now, here is when hypocrisy comes. Hypocrisy is the moment when you download that information in you, but instead of keep going with what you are, with the being that you are, and putting much more information in you by downloading this attribute of the others, you just forget who you are in order to be like the other. So you just live away who you were in order to be the other, to be accepted. That's hypocrisy. So when this same system is for evolution, when you start to download the information of the others, not living who you are, when I keep being myself, but I add much more data from others, sharing with others, learning from others, and putting much more information from others within me. So now, the question which is not about to deciding in between one thing or the other. The question which is the one that shows me the path towards the quality that I need to download in myself. It seems an easy question, but look all the things that had behind. Okay. The vibration for today is Gi. The statement for today is I am the heart's vision.